We know that Qiyam al-Layl and Tahajjud are kind of interchangeable words. Usually, if you pray it after Isha, so right now we're talking about the time between Salat al-Isha and Salat al-Fajr. This is the nighttime, between the nighttime prayer and the morning prayer. Now, if you pray before you sleep, we usually call this Qiyam al-Layl. And if you sleep and then wake up, we usually call this Tahajjud. How do you pray it? You've prayed Salat al-Isha, you've prayed your Sunnah of Isha, and now what? If you're going to pray Qiyam al-Layl, you can stand up and make intention for 2 extra rak'ah, and you just pray 2 rak'ahs, and then you can sleep. Or you can sleep after Isha, or do the dishes or whatever you do, and then you go to bed, wake up before Fajr. Now, simplest, you can wake up even 15 minutes before Fajr, and just make wudu and pray 2 rak'ahs of Tahajjud, and then you wait for the Fajr prayer and you pray. That's the simplest. That's the basic. 2 rak'ahs of Tahajjud. Now, here we have also Salat al-Witr. Okay, so Witr is a very strong sunnah, and it's meant to be prayed at night. So the next step we can say is we're going to wake up just a tiny bit earlier, pray 2 rak'ahs of Sunnat al-Tahajjud, and then pray Witr, depending on if you're praying at which madhab you're praying. You're going to pray all 3 rak'ahs together, or 2 and then 1. Now, what else can we do at night? Of course, first of all, what has the Prophet ﷺ told us about the numbers of rak'ahs to pray at night? We have many different narrations that talk about the number of rak'ahs. Abdullah ibn Umar radiallahu anhu tells us that the Prophet ﷺ would pray 11 rak'ahs, so that's 8 plus 3, which is the 8 rak'ahs of Tahajjud plus 3 of Witr, 8 being 2, 2, 2, 2. Now, mind you, the prayer of the Prophet ﷺ was not the prayer of your regular Ahmad or Tala. It was a prayer that was long and extended. So we don't need to hold ourselves to 8 rak'ahs. What we need to think about is the time at night that we want to pray. And I really want to emphasize thinking about habit growing. So think about, I'm going to do 2 rak'ahs. I'm going to start with 2, then I'm going to do 4, and then I'm going to do 6, and then I'm going to do 8. Now, maybe I'm doing 8. Maybe now I want to expand each of these rak'ahs and make each one longer. Now, what should these rak'ahs look like? When you are reciting Quran at night, you recite the Quran out loud. You benefit from listening to it yourself. Your recitation improves, and maybe you'll be like Usayd radiallahu anhu, where the angels are coming down and listening to your recitation. Now, of course, I know that not everyone's Quran memorization is good enough to be able to do this at night. So in the Shafi'i madhab, you can set the mushaf in front of you you can get a music stand, a cheap music stand from anywhere really. Go to your local shop, better than those big online stores, and buy one, put it in front of you. Then you can get a mushaf that is bound with a spiral bound mushaf that will lay flat, or anyone that's big enough, even a tablet on a stand like that. And then it's right in front of you. So you can pray a longer prayer. You can pray a whole page or 2 pages in that rak'ah, where you're slowly meditating and thinking about these verses, listening to the verses as they enter into your heart, and spending time. And remember what Hudhayfa radiallahu anhu told us about the prayer of the Prophet ﷺ, that the standing was equal in time to the ruku', was equal in time to the sujood, to the movements of the prayer. You begin with rak'atain, 2 light rak'ahs, and you do these 2 rak'ahs, and they're very lightweight. That means they're not very long. That's how the Prophet ﷺ would do it. And then the next ones are longer. You've warmed up, just like exercise of the heart, exercise of the spirit. You've warmed up, and then you extend that, and then you sit and make dua. And if you're a person who can't think about what to make dua for, make notes during the day and set that next to you so that you can look at it and remember to make dua for me. Remember to make dua for our ummah. Remember to make dua for your children, your family, for all of the people that you know and don't know.